Are you ready? Okay. Okay, let's do this. Time. Good morning, judges. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of my first ever World Latte Art competition. I'm very excited to be here, and I have some really interesting things to share with you today. However, I'm also going to be talking about some of my silliest mistakes in latte art competitions. So, please bear with me, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, judges, thank you for waiting. My first design of the day is the milk spill fish. This was a design I had created for the 2021 UK Latte Art Finals. However, as I was preparing in my preparation time for those finals, I knocked over a canister of milk, and it went all over the stage and pretty much where you're stood right there, actually. In my panic, when it finally came to be my time, I poured a big brown blob for the judges, and they got nothing. So, they never got to see this design. Judges, thank you for waiting. That is for you. Please enjoy. Now, as I pour the second one, I would very much like to explain to you as I go how it's done. So, first of all, with all good latte art, we need a good, clean base for excellent contrast, and so that when we serve this to customers, they can know immediately that it's the likeness of a fish. I'm going to pour a slow zeta with 5 loops, followed by 2 small rosettas that I kick back and curve round to create an extremely lifelike tail, which is a technique that I've not seen used before. Following this, I'm going to do 1 big rosetta across the middle that leads into the slow pouring techniques for the body, for the details of the fish, the eyes, the details on the tail, and of course, the bubbles. This one is for you. Please enjoy. Thank you so much. Okay, judges, thank you so much for waiting. My second design of the day is a character that I've been using since my first competition. In 2018, I created Sonic the Hedgehog for my art bar round. However, I made a few mistakes back then. Namely, I used 5 different food colorings, and it took me 12 and a half minutes. Today, I'm going to try and cut that down a little bit for you. And what I want to do is showcase the things I've learned in my 8 years of competing. Okay, judges, what I would really like to do is finish these two designs together. So, if you'll allow me to pour the second one. And in the meantime, I would love to explain to you exactly how it's done. So, to create an extremely lifelike Sonic the Hedgehog, or as lifelike as you could make a cartoon, it needs to have all the defined features. We need a good, clean base with excellent contrast, so that when we serve this to customers, they know they're getting a Sonic the Hedgehog latte. Next, I'm going to pour 3 rosettas. Two of which I cut down the side to create the spines of Sonic. The top one, I'm adding in to create the main body. Then I'm going to adapt a slow Zeta style to create the eyes, followed by slow pouring techniques for the body, the mouth, and Sonic's hand. So, like I said, let's finish these designs together. First, the spines of Sonic. I'm going to sharpen them up so they look as hedgehog-like as possible. Then adding in some of the details that make Sonic so iconic, like his ears, his arms, and his hands. Thank you so much. Judges, I'm talking about my own mistakes today, not because I'm still holding on to things that I probably shouldn't be holding on to for much longer, but more importantly, I want to be able to show baristas of the world that they should be competing in competitions and coming up on stage and making a bunch of silly mistakes so that we can learn from them, develop your skills, and eventually they lead you to the world latte art stage. So, just to highlight some of Sonic's most iconic features, I'm adding a dash of black food coloring to create his eyes and his nose and his mouth, and just making sure that he is as adorable as possible, just like your competitor in front of you. Judges, thank you for waiting. That is for you, and that is for you. Thank you so much for letting me share my mistakes with you. Time.
Huge congratulations to Ben Lewis representing United Kingdom.
Next up on stage, we have